Welcome to the Laboratory, a video series brought to you by Miracles Innovation Labs. Hi, and welcome to the Laboratory video series. This is Chanakya Lokam, Director Innovation Labs at Miracle Software Systems, and today I'll be talking a bit about how we expanded ThingChat, which is our cognitive IoT chatbot, to support voice channels such as Echo Dot, which uses Alexa, and Google Home. So if you've already seen a couple of our videos, we created a chatbot that is able to control IoT devices called ThingChat a couple of weeks ago. And basically what it does is it uses principles of cloud-native stateless microservices on top of a serverless backend, which allows one single backend to scale up and support multiple channels for the chatbot. And it also uses worker models to be able to delegate stuff like logging the conversations and sending MQTT-based messages to your IoT chatbots. If you'd like to learn more about ThingChat and what we built, please visit our YouTube channel, or you can check out our videos at miraclesoft.com/thelabs. But essentially, what we created here was a chatbot that would be able to control a speaker, turn on, turn off lights, turn on a fan, change the fan speed, and do other sort of cool stuff with these IoT devices. Watson Conversation was being used as the natural language processing engine, and we built our entire backend on top of OpenWhisk, which is a serverless platform running on top of Bluemix. It supported Facebook, Ionic, and it also supported text-based messaging using Twilio as well. Essentially, one of the biggest topics of conversation that happened when we started showcasing this was how do we enable voice-based communications to this, or how do you enable Alexa to be able to communicate with your devices. So we started looking at the architecture of adding more channels to ThingChat, and that's where we kind of started looking at some extra services. And when we started looking at this, the first thing that we looked at was what are the existing services that we already have, and is there some way that we can use Alexa and Google Home while still reusing these services that we already have. So some of the services are very specific to other channels like Facebook and Twilio, but there were some services like being able to send the MQTT message and log the conversations that we wanted to reuse for both these channels. So that's where we came up with the second architecture, where we added in Google Home and Echo Dot also as channels. Now the thing about Google Home and Echo Dot is that they use their own natural language processing engines, and they just send us back the intent results, which you can use in turn to fulfill whatever action you want to do. So with Google Home, the supported NLP is API.ai, which they acquired a couple of months ago. And with Amazon Echo, they have their own Alexa skills kit where you can create intents, utterances, and entities to handle your natural language processing. So the way both of them are created is you create a callback URL or a webhook, which is basically called every time a user sends in a message through those channels. We configured those webhooks within API Gateway, which in this case was API Connect on Bluemix, and we use that API Gateway to expose our backend OpenWhisk services. We created two services to handle both the input that is coming in from these channels and also to send the response back to the devices as well. The services still were in the same ecosystem as the other services that were being used by the other three channels, and they still reused both the logging service and the MQTT service that was sending messages back to the Watson IoT platform. So if you take out the noise and the pieces of the other channel, this is kind of the architecture that you can see with ThingChat, only with Google Home and Alexa. And it still runs on a serverless background, which means that as long as you're not using any actions, you're not running anything in the backend. And it still reuses the same backend processing and integration into the IoT circuit as what was being used by the previous channels. All this is running on the cloud, so it scales up enormously well, including the natural language processing engines. So with that being said, let's head on into a demo, and let's quickly see how you can interact with ThingChat using Google Home and Alexa. Okay, so here's the demo of ThingChat, and as you can see, we've now added support for the Amazon Echo device, which you can see on the right-hand side, and also for Google Home, which is on the left-hand side of the circuit. So we'll be able to now control all the components that we used to have the fan, being able to play songs, being able to turn on and turn off the lights using voice with these devices, and we'll check that out now. Alexa, ask ThingChat to play a song.
I have asked to play some beats for you.
So you can see it plays a song. You can ask it all sorts of things, and you'll also be able to have interactive conversations that maintain context as well. And once this song ends in about 5 to 10 seconds, I'll show you that also. Alexa, ask ThingChat.
Hi, I'm ThingChat and I can do a bunch of cool things. How can I help you?
Turn on the light.
I have asked for the light to be turned on.
So I'm going to turn it off so that you can see the screen. Alexa, ask ThingChat to turn off the light.
I have asked for the light to be turned off.
Okay, so now that we've seen how we can control the circuit using the Echo device, I want you to see how different it is when you interact with something like Google Home. Usually when you converse with a bot on an Echo device, you're always asking for a trigger command, which in our case was ask ThingChat, and based on that you get to interact with the backend service. Whereas on Google Home, you do a very similar thing. You ask for a service, but once you ask for it, you're interfaced with another bot, which is a voice of your choice. So in this case, you'll see that my Google Home is responding using a female voice, but the ThingChat bot is actually responding using a male voice. And it'll continue to interact with us until we ask it to end the conversation, after which it'll go back to the original Google Assistant voice. So let's see how that'll work out. Okay, Google, ThingChat.
Sure, here is the test version of ThingChat.
Hi, my name is ThingChat, and I can do a bunch of cool things.
Turn on.
What component would you like to turn on?
The fan.
What speed would you like for the fan to be turned on?
Medium.
I have asked for the fan to be turned on at medium speed.
Turn on the light.
I have asked for the light to be turned on.
Turn off the light.
I have asked for the light to be turned off.
Thank you.
Glad that I was able to help.
So you can see that the conversation with the Google Home ended now. We can go back to the Echo device and kind of see how it interfaces with us using context. Alexa, ask ThingChat.
Hi, I'm ThingChat and I can do a bunch of cool things. How can I help you?
Change the fan speed to low.
I have asked for the fan speed to be changed to low.
Alexa, ask ThingChat to turn off the fan.
I have asked for the fan to be turned off.
So there you go. So you can see how you can control various IoT circuits using multiple channels. In this case, we used an Echo Dot along with a Google Home to be able to converse with the IoT circuit. Previously, we had support for a chat-based mobile application, Facebook Messenger, and texting using Twilio as well. So you can add on as many channels as you want. And the basic principle that we wanted to showcase with this was being able to use a common backend to interface with these multiple channels and being able to control this IoT circuit using MQTT. If you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel. For more videos, please do check out miraclesoft.com/thelabs. Thank you. Thank you for watching The Laboratory, a video series brought to you by Miracles Innovation Labs. For more on innovation, please visit miraclesoft.com/thelabs.